Hi, welcome to SquishiVision. I'm exhausted and my takeaway wasn't as thrilling as I thought it would be, so my mood is kind of down at the moment, but that's a big problem. This was Star Trek Strange New Worlds Among the Lotus Eaters. Definitely a very interesting episode, and a lot of lore to go back on. So we revisit Rigel 7, which is the planet about Pike, in his kind of, so in a cage in the first episode of Star Trek, Pike is considering quitting because of a very bad mission he led to Rigel 7, which a bunch of people died. Spock nearly died on, and we finally revisit the planet and we explore what happened. But it turns out that one of the people who they thought was dead actually survived. Additionally, the planet has this radiation, which if you stay there too long, you start to lose all your explicit memories and kind of like remember instinctual things and like emotions and things like that. So we get exploration of who people are when you remove their kind of memories from them. And it's a pretty decent episode. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but decent kind of high level kind of character analysis. Like we see that Pike kind of gets this, Pike becomes very kind of deductive, he does a lot of like deductive reasoning. He cares, he can see the injustice and he wants to like fight against it. Mabenga is against kind of, is similar minded, remembers kind of clinical skills, wants to help people. Lana wants to fight, wants to survive, these kind of elements are all here. Affects the crew as well. Spock's logical but has faith in his crew. And eventually they discover that eventually they manage to like figure it out and escape. And it's a very classical Star Trek episode. Decent action as well. I guess it's really like, a lot of it's kind of is asking the question of how important are our memories to our past, and I think the answer is really, well, I mean, hard to kind of say, I guess, but the episode's kind of trying to basically don't do media analysis when you're working on 5 hours of sleep is what I'm going on here. But if I don't do this now, I'm not going to have time to do it again. I mean, it does answer the question that the memories are important and we can understand where we come from, but it's not, well, I don't know, because I don't think it's an episode saying that you are these people without these memories, because clearly it's just that memories inform who you are as a person, or your past informs who you are as a person, independent, and then once you keep your memories afterwards, you still have that kind of personality behind it, which is really true. Oh god, I wish I had much more deep things to say. It was a pretty Ortega's was really good, funny this episode. Being annoyed that they couldn't go onto the away mission, even though they had a hat made especially for it. But then, like at the end, being the one that I fly my ship, I have that kind of self-affirmation moment. And that self-affirmation moment was like really kind of wholesome, and I enjoyed watching that, and that was a lot of fun actually. I think the whole being disoriented, losing memories, kind of a scary concept to me personally. Rigel 7 set design looks pretty good. I mean, a lot of it's kind of CGI map paintings. Sure, this is actually fair. There's not much to it, but it does explain a lot of kind of what happened in the past. And some moments have a lot to do with kind of the emotions of his character. I am flailing here so poorly. I'm sure there's like deeper analysis to do. Gosh, I should not be doing these on 5 hours of sleep. I'm embarrassing myself. No wonder I have no views. I enjoyed it. Let's just talk about. Okay, well, hey, I can't rely on like my complex memories to put back to the point. So let's rely on my emotional thing. I enjoyed it. I was like that. As a person, I really hate the idea of memory loss. I think memory loss I think losing it terrifies me, because to me, a thing has only happened if people perceive it. So if I can't remember a thing happening, did it happen to me? Well, I always thought no, but I guess this episode's kind of asking the question, maybe it did, and it matters more than you think. But like, I always get really upset over like memory loss episodes where everyone loses their memory and it's like a major reset of the character. Not like a done noble thing, because that's like an actual death kind of thing, but like, oh, we're gonna like sacrifice this part of our like life and like give away like these like 10 minutes of our life, and like no one's gonna remember that happening. That really depresses me. Or when someone's like memory gets completely wiped and they get like, that's the end of them, it's like, that's really depressing. I always get depressed on memory loss things, and I think, yeah, I'd be terrified that I was in a situation where I couldn't remember who I was. But it was good. Yeah, characters kind of work through that and kind of fall back on their personalities. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna tap out here because clearly not doing very well. So thanks for tuning in into what this reaction was. I need to stop doing these at like 3 in the morning, like 5 hours of sleep. It's not doing myself any favours. Any favours. I'm gonna end the stream and be like, oh wait, I could have talked about that. And I'm gonna be so annoyed. Anyway, alright, well, I've done it. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Bye.